We go back to the study itong ancient Ephesus. Some of the photos. The city of Ephesus was situated on the west coast of Asia Minor. That's modern day Turkey at the mouth of the Cayster River. This thriving harbor city ranked with Rome. So it's one of the important ports, including Alexandria and Syrian Antioch, one of the greatest cities of the Roman Empire. The Apostle Paul spent nearly 3 years of his ministry in this center of Asian life. So according to mythology, the city of Ephesus was founded by the Amazons. So they have this, when we say Amazons, that refers to um, warrior women. So the Greek city was founded by Ionian colonies led by Androclus. Half a millennium later, Croesus, king of the province of Lydia, captured Ephesus, and Croesus endeared himself to the people by contributing to the construction of the great temple of Artemis. That's 550 BC. And Ephesus and all of Anatolia soon came under Persian rule, which lasted until the combined Greek armies defeated the Persians in 480 480 BC. This is to be followed by in 334 BC, Alexander the Great took control of the city as well as the rest of Asia Minor in his eastward imperialistic march. Alexander's successor, Lysimachus, replanned Ephesus and relocated the population from near the Artemis temple to a site near the harbor. Here, the city remained throughout the Roman.
Sir,
Sir,
nakamute po
nakamute po
kayo,
kayo.
sir.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, in 133 BC, Attalus III, king of Bergamo, bequeathed, meaning they changed vassals. They pledged their allegiance to Rome. The city remained under Roman rule. But there's this power grab, no? Si Mithridates the Sixth, king of Pontus, took control of most of Asia Minor, in a revolt against Rome. He was eventually defeated by the Roman general Pompey. Um, this is Artemis of Ephesus, the most prominent and significant cult in Ephesus during the first 3 centuries of the Roman Empire. Her name was also Diana, no? Artemis Ephesia, or Diana Ephesia. The people of Ephesus regarded the city's relationship to her in terms of a divinely directed covenant relationship. Her temple, called the Artemision, was originally constructed in the 6th century BC. Okay. And so, although Artemis came to be depicted differently in each location, she was worshipped the various manifestations of the goddess at some basic traits. So, identified with the Roman goddess Diana, Artemis in Greek mythology was a moon goddess and the daughter of Zeus and Leto, and she is the twin sister of Apollo. The older of the twins, Artemis, was said after she was born to have helped her mother deliver her younger brother. Though forever a virgin herself, she was the goddess who assisted women during the major transitions of their lives, from little girls to young women, from marriageable to married, and from marriage to motherhood. She was also the one responsible for the deaths of mothers and infants during childbirth. So Artemis calls, embraced by Greeks and non-Greeks, spread throughout much of the world. No, it's found in Asia, even in Asia Minor, Greece, Italy, France, Spain, Phoenicia, and Palestine. The center of the Artemision cult was, of course, the great temple of Artemis, just outside the city of Ephesus. So imagine Paul and the believers were having Bible study, and outside of them you could see this magnificent building, no? Of course, this is a reconstruction, but we're just um, blessed to have these reconstructions, no, to us. One of the seven wonders of the world. Still on the Artemis cult, the temple was a political, religious, and cultural symbol. The image chosen to appear on coins minted in Ephesus in the first century. A wealthy goddess, Artemis possessed a large portion of the land around Ephesus, including two lakes, vineyards, quarries, pastures, and salt pans, as well as herd of animals. So the income from which was used to finance the temple and the cult. In addition, the temple was an essential part of the Ephesian economy, probably the most important economic factor in the city. Another to share this one before we miss this one. This is from Nancy Keskin. The title is Ephesus, published in Istanbul, 2001. So this is the aerial view of Ephesus. This is the another it comes as the centerfold of this book, no? In the plan of Ephesus, and these are the known locations. Another view of Ephesus, the Church of Saint John. It was believed that the Apostle John, when he was of course it was accredited to him yung Book of Revelation and the Gospel of John. It was believed that Saint John brought Mary, the mother of Jesus, no, to this place. And so there is ayun nga, the Church of Saint John, general view of Ephesus. So here, this is the one of the arches of the Temple of Artemis. Imagine the beauty of this temple, no, during this earlier time, of course, brought down by either earthquakes or barbaric invasions. No? And this is again another view. This is uh, yung Church of Saint John with the image of Mary. Um, Different locations there, and this is the tomb of the. Of course, traditionally this was the tomb of Saint John. Okay, the Apostle John was um, laid down here, no? And then the general view of Temple of Artemis. Of course, what's left of it, no? And this is Artemis with you could see yung many breasts niya, no? But she is a perpetual virgin. And this is the stadium. Yung what's left of the stadium, the gateway of the stadium. Imagine this big construction, no, in this place. The harbor baths. And then, okay, so this is still the harbor street. No? Um, you could see yung padded streets niya, no, still remain. And masyadong maliit yung script dito. But view of the theater from the Harbor Street. Okay? And these are mga arches that, of course, yung what remains of structures that stood here. And this is the Great Theater. You could see it in the ano, no? In the background, no? It's huge. There's a theater, and this is an aerial view of that great theater. And then they have the Library of Celsius. Okay, the edifice or the facade, no, of the Library of Celsius. Another view of the library. And then Mazeus and Mithridates Gate, no? And some of the statues of known yung mga nobles who lived during their time. And this is a si Scholastica, no? Although the head was ano no, was chopped off, no? And then Curites Street, another of the important streets of Ephesus. This is one of the gods, no, si Nike, a relief of Nike, from where you got yung Nike shoes, no. He is the god of victory. God of victory, sa yung head na Eros, Eros and the dolphin, no, yung love, no, yung cause ng love, ng yung erotic love, and then the fountain of polio, the fountain of polio, cave of the ten sleepers. Of course, it's hard to explain everything here. The fountain of Trajan. So Trajan has his own, Emperor Trajan has his own temple built here, no? And what's left yung fountain. And this is the marble street and the view of the library of Celsius, no? From afar. And here in the close is nearby is the agora or the market, no? The ancient market of Ephesus. And then this is a I do not know who is this Memmius, memorial to Memmius, perhaps one of the nobles. And then a temple of Serapis, another of the, ano, no, one of the gods, no? And this is the temple of Hadrian. So there is this for si Domitian and then for Hadrian. So they have their, because they were considered as, ano, no, living gods, itong mga, ano, yung temple worship that existed here in Ephesus. And then the temple of Domitian, sacrificial place in the temple of Domitian. It's fascinating how they were able to preserve, no? How they were able to take care of the what of course what remains, no? And then a brothel dedicated to Venus. You can see how they have many gods and goddesses, no, in just Ephesus alone. This is a statue of Dionysius. This is head of Zeus. Okay, Zeus, and then this is of the philosophers is Socrates, head of Socrates, found in Ephesus as well. So by just looking at the archaeological finds, you can imagine how there was a flourishing city by then, and that they were um, experts when it comes to architecture and buildings. No? We can also discern how religious the people were. No, the people living in Ephesus. That is also to include how they were also fond of learning with the evidence of the library of Celsius and Socrates as one of the important philosophers during the Greek era. No? So we can say this is really an important city uh, when 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 Paul came, no, during his ministry in uh, Ephesus. Now let's move over to That's it. Yun na lang.